Hi everyone, my name is Tia, and for this week's assignment is to speak about the Drug Supply Chain Security Act, or known as DSCSA. This is a part of the Drug Quality and Security Act, Public Law 11354. This is to enact it or to strengthen the safety and integrity of the U.S. drug supply chain. The main goal is to prevent counterfeit or diverted drugs from entering the market and to make it easier to investigate and recall products when safety issues arise. This act represents a major federal effort to safeguard patients, ensure product authenticity at any level of the distribution. So here is an overview of my slide. We're going to talk about the policy at glance, what is the DSCSA requires, why is that matters, the timeline updates, anything updated between the 2023 to 2026, operational capabilities, the impact, such as access, delivery, or patient safety improvements. We're also going to talk about the call to action, and lastly is the resources. So now moving on to why is this policy still current? The DSCSA Enhanced Drug Distribution Security Policy is still current because it is being actively rolled out and enforced right now. The FDA began implementing the enhanced electronic tracking requirements in 2023, but many organizations are still working through a stabilization period that continues until November 27 of 2024, which is last year. After that date, the FDA expected a full compliance, meaning every company in a drug supply chain must be able to electronically trace each package from manufacturer to dispenser. Some smaller businesses like small dispensers and certain manufacturers have been given extra time until 2025 to 2026, which is next year. This is why it's still current, to finish their connecting systems. The new FDA guidance documents in 2023 and 2024 continue to clarify how trading partners should exchange data, manage exceptions, and handle system downtime. These updates make the DSCSA one of the most active and evolving federal policies in healthcare today. In short, meaning is just to say that this policy is still current because it is in its final rolls out phase, requiring constant attention, collaborations, and compliance from interprofessional teams to ensure safe and efficient delivery of authentic medications. So why is this policy it's an interprofessional? So compliance with the DSCSA cannot achieved by one department alone. It demands a interprofessional collaboration. Quality control and quality assurance teams oversee the verification and release of the safe products. Pharmacists and dispensers confirm the authenticity before distribution. Supply chain and third-party logistics partners manage data exchange, reliability, and then finally the IT teams and data teams maintain the electronic interface and ensures the data integrity of the products. So the IPIC Core Competencies 2023 emphasized that the importance of role clarity, communication, and teamwork values that are central to DSCSA implementation. In practice, this means each department that I just listed above must know its roles, respect others' expertise, and communicate seamlessly when investigating product discrepancies. So, state and local policy links. Even though that the Drug Supply Chain Security Act, the DSCSA, is a federal law, but it also connects closely with the state pharmacy and health regulations. State must follow the DSCSA standard while keeping their own rules for licensing, record keeping, and handling the drug safely. So how federal and state policies connect in this? So in the federal, the DSCSA set the national system for tracing and verifying prescription drugs that they following the correct rule. This helps detect any counterfeit or illegal drugs or any unsafe products, and to ensure that every medicine in the supply chain is authentic. Well, the State Board of Pharmacy enforce these rules locally and make sure all pharmacists, wholesalers, healthcare providers meet both FDA and state requirements. State laws may also add an extra steps like audit, secure storage, or any specific reporting timelines they needed to. For an example, a state pharmacy board might require that dispensers show a proof of DSCSA compliance systems when renewing their license. This linked the federal traceability system to local enforcement and patient safety. And moving on, here are some of the recent changes and guidance that I have found so far. In 2023, go live for enhancing requirements. The FDA started enforcing the new enhanced drug tracing system. This means that all trading partners, manufacturers, wholesalers, and dispensers should now be using electronic system to trace drugs and at their package level, which I just mentioned about in one of the slide. Secondly, now we are in, well, last year we were in this stabilization period, which happened until November 27, 2024. This was a big change. The FDA created a stabilization period to give that all companies time to fix technical issues and fully connect their systems without any penalized right away. During this time, everyone must show that they are working in good faith to meet requirements. Also, there's an extensions for smaller entities that happening in between 2025 and 2026. Some small dispensers and manufacturers receive an extension to making sure that they are meeting all the requirements. Small dispensers have it until November 2027 of next year, 2026. And certain big manufacturers, like the one that I worked for, have it until which it's already passed May 27, 2025, to finalizing the systems of how they tracing the drugs. The most recent updated on FDA guidance is to explain so to sum up the report, in August 2023, that's when the compliant policy expected. In November 2024 is when everyone have to give an update. So hopefully everything will be sorted out by 2025, which is next year. The key message on this slide that I wanted to mention is that even though that there are extra time, every organization must be actively connecting and testing their data sharing systems. The goal is to ensure full traceability, prevent counterfeit drugs, to keep the drug supply chain safe and transparent for the patients. All right, moving on, how to meet the DSCSA requirements, organizations need a very strong systems, very well-trained people, and a clear communication across departments. The goal here is to making sure that every prescription drugs can be tracked safely from the manufacturer all the way to the patient. So, number one, key role is electronic data systems. Companies must use secure digital systems to share product information with trading partners. This also means setting up a software that can be sent and receive serialized, like a number, data, such as like barcodes, product codes through the APCIS or EDI connections. Everyone must be able to trace a drug package electronically without having any issues that having to trace down on a paper. Secondly, train and inform staff. So it is very important that all team members in quality control, pharmacy, supply chain, IT teams must understand their responsibilities under the DSCSA. Training should focus on how to detect, suspect, or any illegitimate products or any issues, or to kind of maintain the data accuracy. Moving on to the next part is the SOP, making sure that the standards operating procedures is up to date. The SOP needs to explain how to investigate product alerts, handle system downtime, verify partners. All procedures should be clear about who does what, to avoid any confusions, ensure compliance, making sure that all staff members' SOPs are up to date. And also we need to ensure that good communications happen between partners. Manufacturers, wholesalers, dispensers must work together closely. Everyone must exchange verified data quickly and consistently. This also helps prevent any error or diverted drugs from reaching to the patients. Um, Lastly, quality and IT collaboration. I think this is very important. Quality assurance and IT teams must work side by side. IT teams their role is to help maintain secure data connections, while quality teams ensure that all records met the FDA and GMP standards. Together, we ensure the product's authenticity and system reliability. Also, we have to continuous monitoring and audits. All organizations must regularly test their systems and perform mock recalls, such as like a drill, to confirm that everything is up to date, everything is within the procedure, because keeping a well monitoring, it helps to catch any errors early and to keep the product distribution smooth and compliant with the policy. So why is this law is in action? So the Drug Supply Chain Security Act helps to make sure that all medications reaching to patients safely and it's traceable. By creating a single electronic tracking system across the entire drug supply chain, the law improves how medications are distributed, verified, and recalled if problems arise. It's also reducing any unnecessary waste or shortages, also improve visibility and coordination across the supply chain of QC, IT, pharmacists, and the manufacturer. It also support patient safety, delivering service, and the team collaboration. So for this slide, I have created a call to actions. This is going to happen for about like a 2 to 4 week plan. So between the week 1 and 2, making sure that we all get organized, making sure that all data are corrected and it's up to date, making sure that the EPCIS systems are working correctly with our trading partners, such as supplier, wholesalers, pharmacies, and so on. It is best to run down a safety drill, which is about 60 minutes practicing how we would respond to if there is any suspect or fake product appear in the system. Then between week 3 and 4 is for any update communications happening here, such as any update on procedures in the SOP, making sure we add clear rule or any backup plans that need to happen, any escalation steps that need to happen when the systems go down or the data is delayed. A 1 hour review session should happen in this week. This is where we're going to walk through on how the IPIC core competencies, communication, teamwork, ethics apply to the DSCSA work. Feedback is a good idea that happened between the week 3 at the last week of the plan, which is happened in week 4. Any feedback on how we can improve, any ideas to the plan at all, which is a good improvement as well. So this is an email tablet that I have created for sending out to colleagues. This is just to talk about like a 15 minutes actions to get our DSCSA enhanced security workflows ready. It's pretty straightforward, just to help the patient save, regarding to the drugs, and if they have any suggestions, setting up a date, a time, and when that everyone can get together. I did make a Word doc email that I can share with you guys, and I will also include it in the work as well. And now we have come to our last slide, which is the references. Sorry, this has been taking too long, past the 10 minutes. I have listed all the information I have known so far or I have talked about during this presentation. If you guys have any questions or improvement, feedback, feel free to leave a comment. And I'm looking forward to reading all the comments and feedback that I'll get. Thank you so much.